Welcome to Reading Chinese Mandarin Lesson 4. From now on, I'm going to skip reviews because it just takes up too much of the video time. And in this lesson today, we are not going to take any new characters, just using the past ones to form phrases and sentences. All right, this is a combination word made up of two characters. We know shi means stone and lin means forest. Lots of trees, remember forest. Shilin. Shilin is actually the name of an actual place in Yunnan, which is a province southwest of China. And over there you have a very strange formation of stones that look like a forest. Do you see the word Shilin over here? Shilin. Okay, immediately you are asking me, how come this goes right, left, and yours goes left, right? Well, the truth is, way back during ancient China, the words did not go right, left, or left, right. They went up, down. So you would have shi on top and lin at the bottom, right? And eventually, sometimes when you have a sign that's like this, horizontal, then you would have a squeezer. And since the lines went, the rows rather, or columns went up to down, from the right to the left, from right to left. So when they squashed them down to a horizontal plaque, it would be right to left. But in modern days, since English English and French is read from left to right, therefore the Chinese started writing also left to right. So most modern Chinese signs or letters, newspapers and so on, are written left to right if they are horizontal, and top to bottom, and with the columns running right to left if they are vertical. But if you look at very old books and signs, they are still written right to left. Okay. 日, you recognize 日, the sun. 本, root. Sun root. What does that mean, do you think? The origin of the sun. Where does the sun originate from? Now, if you lived in China and you looked for the sun, where it came from the east. What country do you think lives on the east side? And of course they didn't go beyond there because there was a sea and they didn't know if there was anything beyond the sea. So they would go here, go to Korea, and then they go to this country here, which is Japan, and then say, well, there's nothing else there. So the sun originates first from Japan. Think of the word Japan, Japon in French. 日本. Does it sound the same? Yes. So actually, when the Westerners came to China and they asked what is that country, we would tell them it's 日本. All right, and so they would say, oh, it's Japan, right? Where the sun comes from. Dong, remember? East, Shan, Dongshan, Eastern Mountain. Well, there are lots of places called Eastern Mountain, some districts, some towns, and so on and so forth. And even here you have a hotel called Dongshan. You recognize those? Dongshan Bingguan. So it's a hotel called Dongshan Hotel, and they used it for the signs. They put a picture of the Eastern Mountain. Isn't that interesting? We said that this is Jing crystal. So crystal. What do you mean crystal? Remember, whenever we repeat something, it's a lot of it. So crystal means glittery, or shiny, glittery, sparkly, or something really sparkly. And this word together, Jing and Jing together, has been used very often as, say, a girl's name. For example, Jing Jing. Not only for the girl's name, it has been used, for example, here you can see Jing Jing 超市, which means the Jing Jing supermarket. As you can see, it's a tiny little mart here, and they call it a supermarket. Try a sentence now. Try reading it. All right, I give you 2 seconds. Dongshan, Eastern Mountain. Jian is pointed. Ma, question. Is Eastern Mountain pointed? Got it? Did you get that one right? Try another one. Longer down. 小山, little mountain. 上, on. Remember Chinese preposition after the noun. So, on the little mountain, 森林, deep dense forest. 大 is big. So, in English would be, on the little mountain, the forest is large. We often use 森林 together for any large forest, okay? So you don't need to deep dense forest is large, just say forest. Oh, wow, look at this. Ming, bright, 日, sun. What is bright sun? Well, it could be bright sun, but if you use it together as a phrase or as one single word, 明日 actually means tomorrow, bright day. Well, tomorrow's another day, right? So you go to sleep, but tomorrow everything will seem bright to you. So 明日 means tomorrow. 马上, on the horse. Remember what on the horse meant? It means immediately. 下山, go down from the mountain. So tomorrow, immediately down from the mountain. Now we are learning yet another rule here. When you have an adverb that modifies a verb here, then the adverb comes before the verb. In English, you would say go down from the mountain immediately. You don't say immediately go down from, well, you could. But mostly we put the adverb after the verb, right? So run fast, for example, go down quickly. Go down immediately. You would but in Chinese would be immediately go down. So therefore, the complete translation here would be tomorrow. Let's get off the mountain immediately. You are going to say, where's the let's? Where's the we? There isn't. Very often, you just have a verb with no subject whatsoever, no pronoun, and it's understood to be he or she or I or we or whoever is here. I know it sounds confusing, but that's the way we talk. All right, so here, let's read this sentence here. 小, little, 林, forest. What little forest? Ma, curses or admonishes. How can the forest admonish anyone? So obviously it doesn't mean forest here. Remember I told you that Lin is also a family name? Now, what do we mean by small or little Lin? Remember I told you that if you are a young person and you meet somebody older than you, call them Lin Mama, for example. However, if you meet somebody who is from your generation, you are say 22, you start working at a place, and somebody else is 23 or 24, you will not call them mama anything. They are about your age. So to show familiarity and friendliness, you're going to call them little something. So you call them 小林, so you meet a Miss Lin or Mr. Lin there. You don't call them Miss or Mrs. And especially don't call them by their first name. That's just not done in Chinese. You do not call them by their first name. So you call them 小林, little Lin. And the great thing you notice that you cannot tell it's a Miss or a Mr. from just the 小 here. So little Lin, my friend, or my co-worker, ma, curses or admonishes or scolds, mu ma, the wooden horse. So let's say he's trying to ride the wooden horse on the merry-go-round and he says, oh my god, this thing doesn't even move, or it's too big for me or too small for me. So he's cursing or admonishing that wooden horse. Lin is cursing the wooden horse. Let's read this one. 小女口大. Little, female. What do you think that could possibly mean? Well, it so happens that when you talk about your daughter in a semi-classical or very classical Chinese, you call them not my daughter, but my female. My female means my daughter, okay? My little girl. But so do you think 小女 means little girl? Actually, it doesn't. You see, the Chinese were extremely polite, and we are always very conscious of your rank. So when I talk to somebody else, I say that everything you have is wonderful. Your house is a palace. My house is a little miserable hut or hovel. Okay? So similarly, your daughter is a princess, is a, what we call it, a shining pearl, bright pearl on your palm, on the palm of your hand. But my daughter is a miserable little girl. Okay, so little does not just mean small in size, it means small in rank. So little female. So little female means my daughter. My daughter is a nobody. Your daughter is a princess. Okay, so my nobody little girl, 口大, mouth big. Mouth is big. My little girl's mouth is big. Remember? You have no verb to be. So, you could say my daughter has a big mouth or my daughter's mouth is big. Same thing. Well, not same thing because then the parts of speech are different, but it would be written the same way in Chinese. Good? And you have just learned a lot right now. Great job. See you next lesson.